Hello everyone, and welcome to Wicked Encounters, where we explore just what goes bump in the night. I'm your host, Allie, and it's every horror fan's favorite time of year, Halloween. In celebration of the spookiest holiday, I've compiled a list of movies that I think are worth sharing with you guys, and I'm calling it the 31 Days of Wicked Horror. Well guys, we've made it. We're on the final day of October now. Have you been making the most out of it? I sure hope so. In case it's your first time checking in, I'll tell you how I've selected these movies that I believe are worthy enough for you to watch. First off, none of the movies are going to be older than 20 years, so we can add some newer videos to our must-watch list instead of continuing to repeat the same ones from 50 years ago. Hello, Cujo. Good puppy. Secondly, I'll be providing the synopsis and plot of the movies for those who may not like surprises, or for those who just want to listen to know what the movies are about. There will be a slide letting you know when we're coming up on it, and I'll let you know where it's safe to click on to avoid spoilers. Also, while many of the movies are streamable, I'm not going to really provide the info on where you can watch them, because it varies based on where you live, and streaming services love removing and adding movies like there's no tomorrow. Finally, I'm going to give you some reasons as to why the movie stands out, and why I think you'll like it. So, the final movie on our list is Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat is a 2007 anthology horror film written and directed by Michael Dougherty in his directorial debut and produced by Bryan Singer. Set on Halloween night in the fictional town of Warren Valley, Ohio, the film weaves together 5 interlocking stories, each one exploring different aspects of Halloween traditions and folklore, including trick-or-treating, costumes, and supernatural entities. These stories are connected by the presence of a small, mysterious character named Sam, who embodies the spirit of Halloween. Sam, dressed in orange pajamas with a burlap sack over his head, enforces the rules of Halloween, punishing those who fail to uphold the holiday's traditions. I'm going to go more in depth and go over the plot of the movie now, so if you'd like to skip, you'll know where to skip to in 3, 2, 1. The film begins with a married couple, Emma and Henry, returning home after a night of Halloween festivities. Emma, annoyed by Halloween traditions, blows out a jack-o'-lantern before midnight and begins to dismantle their decorations. Henry goes inside to watch TV, after warning Emma about the dangers of breaking Halloween's rules. While Emma is left outside alone, she is soon attacked by an unseen figure. Her body is gruesomely displayed as part of the decorations, a grim reminder of the importance of following Halloween's traditions. This opening scene sets the tone for the rest of the film, introducing the idea that breaking Halloween's rules has deadly consequences. The next story introduces Stephen Wilkins, a seemingly mild-mannered high school principal who harbors a dark secret. When Wilkins catches a local troublemaker named Charlie stealing candy from his porch, he offers him a piece of candy, which Charlie eagerly devours. However, the candy is poisoned, and Charlie begins to vomit blood before dying. Wilkins drags Charlie's body into his house, where he plans to bury him in his backyard along with the other bodies. However, the process is interrupted by his young son Billy, who keeps calling for his father's help in carving a pumpkin. Wilkins manages to complete the burial, despite being nearly discovered by his nosy neighbor, Mr. Krieg. The story ends with a macabre twist, as Wilkins helps Billy carve a pumpkin, revealed to be Charlie's severed head. The next story is a ghostly tale involving a group of teenagers, Macy, Schrader, Sarah, and Chip, who invite an introverted classmate, Rhonda, to join them on a Halloween prank. The teenagers take Rhonda to an old rock quarry, where they tell her a local urban legend of the Halloween school bus massacre. Decades earlier, a bus driver was hired by a group of parents to dispose of their troubled children who were mentally disabled. The driver planned to kill them by driving the bus into the quarry, but one of the children, realizing something was wrong, took control of the bus and accidentally drove it off the cliff, killing everyone inside. The teenagers attempt to scare Rhonda, by pretending that the ghosts of the dead children have returned. However, the prank goes awry when the actual spirits of the children rise from the quarry. Rhonda, who is unharmed, locks the other teens outside of an elevator, leaving them to face the vengeful ghosts, while she calmly walks away. The fourth story follows a young woman named Lori, who is out celebrating Halloween with her older sister and friends. Lori is dressed as Little Red Riding Hood and feels insecure about finding a date for the night. Her friends, all dressed in suggestive fairy tale costumes, tease her about her innocence and encourage her to find someone to take her virginity. Ew. Meanwhile, a masked man is stalking and killing women in the area. Lori decides to walk alone through the woods to the Halloween party, only to be confronted by the masked killer. In a shocking twist, the killer is revealed to be Stephen Wilkins, the murderous principal from the earlier story. But the twist doesn't stop there. Lori and her friends are actually werewolves. They overpower Wilkins, and Lori undergoes her first transformation, killing him as part of the werewolves' annual Halloween ritual. The final story focuses on Mr. Krieg, Wilkins' reclusive and misanthropic neighbor, who despises Halloween and lives alone with his dog. Throughout the night, Krieg is harassed by strange occurrences in his house. He hears knocking at the door, the sound of children laughing, and sees cryptic messages scrawled on the walls. Eventually, he comes face to face with Sam, the embodiment of Halloween. Sam attacks Krieg, using everything from a lollipop to candy wrappers to cause harm. Just when it seems like Sam will kill him, he stops when he notices Krieg has finally adhered to Halloween tradition by giving him candy. Satisfied, Sam leaves, sparing Krieg's life. In the final twist, it's revealed that Krieg was the bus driver responsible for the Halloween school bus massacre. And while Sam left him alive, the ghosts of the children who return to his house to exact their revenge do not, killing him as the film comes full circle. And with that, the film ends. Trick or treat, everyone! For those who stayed, I hope you enjoyed this final movie recommendation. And for those who skipped, hey, listen, this is a classic. And it was released in under 20 years, so I mean, give it a try. But I bet you're wondering why it made it onto the list. What makes Trick or Treat stand out? For one, it has a really cool interwoven anthology format. Unlike traditional anthologies where stories are told separately, Trick or Treat weaves its 5 stories together in a non-linear fashion. Characters from one story often appear in another, and events overlap, creating a rich, interconnected narrative. This structure adds depth and rewards viewers who pay attention to the details, as the film encourages multiple viewings to fully grasp all the connections. Sam as the symbol of Halloween. Sam, the childlike figure who enforces Halloween's rules, is a unique creation in the horror genre. He's not necessarily evil, but rather a guardian of Halloween traditions. His presence throughout the film ties the anthology together and gives the film its own mythology. His design, with his patchwork pajamas and burlap mask, has become iconic and represents the spirit of the holiday itself. Celebration of Halloween lore and traditions. Trick or Treat is a love letter to Halloween, exploring the origins and meanings behind common traditions like trick-or-treating, wearing costumes, and carving jack-o'-lanterns. The film emphasizes the importance of following these traditions and presents Halloween as a night when the supernatural and the living world collide, making it a perfect celebration of the holiday for horror fans. Blending horror and dark humor. The film strikes a perfect balance between horror and dark comedy. While it features plenty of gore and disturbing scenes, it also has moments of humor, irony, and wit. For example, Principal Wilkins' story is both macabre and darkly funny, with his calm, methodical approach to disposing of bodies contrasting with the gruesome acts he commits. This blend of tone helps the film feel fresh and entertaining, without sacrificing the scares. Strong visual style and atmosphere. Director Michael Dougherty created a distinct visual style that captures the spirit of Halloween. The film's warm autumn color palette, use of practical effects, and atmospheric lighting give it a nostalgic feel that evokes childhood memories of the holiday. The town of Warren Valley feels like a classic Halloween setting, with its spooky decorations, costumed residents, and eerie fog-covered streets. Creative twists and surprises. Each story in Trick or Treat contains at least one major twist that subverts the viewer's expectations. I'd love to tell you more about that, but I genuinely can't without spoiling. And this film is honestly such a great watch for Halloween that I really just don't want a chance ruining them for you. Just know that they make the film unpredictable, and they add so many wonderful layers to the storytelling. Trick or Treat stands out as a Halloween-centric horror film that combines creativity, tradition, and an appreciation for the holiday. Its anthology format, dark humor, and unique visual style make it a must-watch for horror fans, especially those who love the spirit and lore of Halloween. And that's all I have on Trick or Treat. In fact, that's all I have on the 31 Days of Horror this year. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments on how you think it went. I know there were a few bumps in the road, but I mean, hey, getting a video out every single day, I ain't Markiplier over here, but I'll try having it more organized next time. Well, if there is a next time, let me know how you felt about this one. After this, it's back to my usual scheduled program. Are you excited? Are you going to miss the 31 Days of Horror? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to discuss horror more in depth with you all, so feel free to join the Wicked Encounters Discord group. If you like what I do and want to support me, maybe consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and clicking the little bell icon so you know when I post. If you want to support me in other ways, maybe check out my Patreon. Speaking of, I'd like to give a great big thank you to my patrons, Nakala and Beefalump. I hope you guys have the best Halloween. Well, that's all I've got time for. So remember, I'm Allie, this is Wicked Encounters, and I'll see you next time. Happy Halloween, everybody. Bye!